Hi everyone, welcome back today. When I'm working in my journals, I like to start with putting down paper. So these are some of the pages I started writing in, and I'm incorporating gel prints. I really love my gel prints. I've just been doing a lot of collaging in this particular journal. Some may not have finished yet, but I'm one to process over things and add to it as it goes. Some of them are finished, and you may have seen me post some of these. So I'm going to work on another page today, but I just thought I'd take you through a quick flip through of some of the pages that I've done. This one has an envelope which flips out as well, and this particular one here I've just used it to blot some paint, and I'm going to work on this page today. Liquid acrylic, is that what it's called? Sort of like a pigmented ink. I don't think it's liquid acrylic. Anyway, I got this, so I'm gonna have a go with that and see what it looks like. I'm just getting a few more of these. This is how I like to start a spread. So I might journal how I'm feeling for the day. Today I'm feeling very joyful. So I'm praising God. I find it very hard to write and talk at the same time. So I'm just going to do a little bit of journaling. And you don't even have to stop to pick up your pen. I find it's a really great way, particularly in the morning, just to dump all my thoughts. No matter what I'm thinking, what mood I'm in, I like to dump my thoughts so that it just gives me a clearer space to think. Because when we hold a lot of thoughts in our head, we can clutter our creativity. So whatever you've got on your mind, like I've got to put the clothes out, I've got to cook this, I'm feeling this, it's really good to dump it all down and then notice how you feel afterwards. And for me, I just find that when I can express myself to my Heavenly Father, I just have this sense of peace as I create. So I am writing with a Uniball Gel Impact pen. I love these. In Australia you get them from Officeworks, and I'm sure you can get these from Amazon as well. I just love how they write and how they glide over things like mixed media. This reminds me of a four-wheel drive, where it can take you over those bumps and corrugations, and we've been driving on a lot of corrugated roads recently. So that's the metaphor I'm using for this pen. So it's one of those four-wheel drive pens that I really love, and it has a medium kind of point as well. I like writing with medium pens, but you have to choose what you love, and you have to try what you love, and see what works for you, because that's why there's so much choice in the world. But if you're finding it hard to find something, this is a really nice start. And once it's dry, it shouldn't move, but if you haven't let it dry yet and you start putting something else over it that's water resistant, it may smudge a little, like I did that the other day. I feel it still needs a little bit more. I want to put this over it. So this is like a piece of tissue paper, and you can still see a little what is underneath. You can use your non-dominant hand and do some scribbling. I usually find what comes out of me is swirly botanical looking thingies, and because I've been snorkeling a little bit, these little seaweedy things tend to come up. I'm really loving the greens at the moment, so I might put a little bit of this in. This was some beautiful paper actually. I had a whole stack of these, so I thought I would gel print on them because I've had them for years. Can you see the texture in this? This is something that would be nice and tonal with this as well. And this is probably going to get covered up, but that's the nature of mixed media, I guess. I used to not understand why people would put things down and then cover them up, particularly with beautiful paper. But I find that after I put some of these things down, they end up covered up. But I haven't even thought out what I'm doing here, and I just thought I'd get on video today and just create and see what happens. Okay, I think that's good. Let's have a look at what this piece of paper is going to be like over. And all right, do I want it all covered or do I want it partly covered? I used Tim Holtz inks. They were the stamp pads, and it was the Destress oxide. I think I watered them a little bit onto an acrylic block, and then I put my stamp on it and stamped these. So some of them look a little bit watery. So that was a bit of fun. So I did a few sheets of these, so when I have projects like this, I've got papers ready. So I'm just going to put a little bit on this side, just to cover this bit, I think. And I think I may have used the wrong side as well. If you use the wrong side, that's okay. It just comes out a little bit lighter. And this will dry clear, so it's okay. You're not going to have a purple stain underneath. Some of the edges lift up, and that's all right too. It's quite organic. But if you like having things fully pressed down, then just use some Mod Podge or Gel Medium over the top. Because it looks quite busy, I'm going to go in with a bit of gesso. Just going to get a napkin ready. I think I'll just go over it with my finger. And often things like that will happen. But that's the joy of my messy art. So this is a Liquitex gesso. I have used other ones, and there are less expensive ones. Gesso, this particular gesso is probably the most expensive, but I really love the texture of it, and you don't use that much. I also love using it to soften the edges of the collages, so they kind of blend together a little bit more. And it's great on papers like this, because when you get something like that, it's very thin, so if you were to put watercolor on it, it doesn't pick up the color as much, and this creates a nice base to paint on. And then, okay, I like having some of my writing show through. How's that? And what a nice release it is too. The process of getting my fingers dirty, that took me a little while as well. Whenever I go to a cafe, if there's some interesting things like doilies, because I don't have doilies much these days, I will pick up things like this. So this was under my husband's coffee the other day when we went to a little scone place. So I picked up this, and I'm going to add it to here. When I was washing my asparagus the other day, well, I noticed that this was grown in Australia. Well, I noticed it in the shop, that's why I buy it. Because a lot of the time the asparagus in Australia comes from Mexico, so I like eating local. I'm going to turn this I'll just fold it in half and I'll make a little pocket with this. I'll glue that down. Oh, I forgot there's I forgot there's holes. I can't glue it all the way either. I forgot there's holes there. So look what I've done. That's the beauty about this kind of art. There's no right or wrong. Just make a mess and you can fix it up. I don't want you to get too stressed about stuff. It can be fixed because that will dry. Okay, and I almost forgot that I was using this as a pocket. Good thing I stopped where I did, and I'll use this for putting this under here so I can use up the glue, and then it will dry. Okay, there you go. You can see me making a mess and spreading it out. And this is going to tuck into there. Just holding it down a little. Alright, so before I put that in there, I'm going to try my new ink. So this is like a acrylic ink. That's what I meant to say last time. On the back it says it's light fast, fast drying, waterproof once dry. Just use this to make a few scribbles. And maybe like in the shape of some petals. I love doing abstract because it can almost look like the flower is coming out of here. It's just amazing how when you start making shapes, then things start forming that you hadn't even planned. I like that. I just love scribbly things. All I'm doing, I'm not even squeezing the top, I'm just using this as a little tool, not squeezing any ink out of there at all, and just twirling it and just letting it flow. I really love Payne's Grey, and it's kind of like this deepish kind of blue, and we're going to have to let that dry. And I've got a bit of water here. I'm going to dip my Stabilo All. This is such a great pen. It's a Stabilo All ALL pen. So, and when it is wet, you can water activate it, and you can use it dry, but mostly I love to water activate it. And this is going to form a nice little border around our whole spread. So sometimes I dip it, like today I'm dipping it into the water and then going around, or sometimes I go around and then I use water on the brush and go around it. Okay. I'm really liking that. I usually like to write something else as well. And see how that was a bit of a bumpy area, but this pen glided right over it. I find some pens just get stuck. I really find this works so well. So this is the Uniball Impact. I'm not going to add anything else to this spread. I really like it as it is. I just loved the finish of the Payne's Grey, and I'm going to add this little tag when it's finished drying. Like and subscribe, ask any questions in the comments. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.